Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Attack on Geek show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week so far. Without further ado, let's get right into it, where we're going to catch you up with all the latest and greatest news in gaming and pop culture and movies and TVs. As always, we'll kick the show off with what we've been watching slash playing for the last 2 weeks. For me, pretty simple. Death's Door review went up on Attack on Geek the other week. It's literally my contender for Game of the Year. Absolutely knocks it out of the park with everything: music, gameplay, story. I've already 100%ed the game on one save file. I'm running through my second playthrough just to get. I think I'm missing 3 achievements. There's one achievement to beat the game with just the umbrella, and then there's 2 real easy achievements that I just missed, and there's like only 1 or 2 opportunities you can get them. So I'm doing my second playthrough of that. Legends of Runeterra have been sucked back into the League of Legends card game. They've just released a new PvE mode, which I've been playing. There's a new expansion just around the corner. I've just been really enjoying that. Of course, I've been playing Magic the Gathering on the side. That's just a given. What else have I been playing? And Flight Sim. Microsoft Flight Sim, which we previewed all on this channel and on our YouTube last week. And game's out on Game Pass, but we'll talk about Flight Simulator towards the end of the show. So that's what I've been playing. Let's talk about some of the stuff that came out in the movie and TV world recently. We can jump right in to our first trailer, which you'll all recognize this music very quickly.
Time you try to take this castle, but you will never succeed, Skeletor.
Pretty obvious which show this is. I get literal chills watching this trailer. Oh, so good. Do you recognize that voice actor? We are, of course, talking about Masters of the Universe Revelation, the sequel to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, which came out 40 years ago. It's on Netflix. It's only 5 episodes long. It's headed by Kevin Smith, who apparently is a very big He-Man fan. And Diana and I binge-watched the show. As I said, it's only 5 episodes long, but it's absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend anybody go watch it. Each episode is like 20 minutes long, 5 minutes. That's what, hour and a bit of awesomeness. They've already announced part 2. There is a part 2 on the way. As for when that's coming out, well, who knows? But highly, highly recommend everybody go watch this. That's on Netflix right now. As the trailer will finish out here. There we go. Already on Netflix. Next up, we have got a...
Knee pain is...
No, not knee pain. Where's the rest of my... Where's the rest of my trailers? Oh, this wouldn't be the Attack on Geek show without some technical difficulties. I literally had a nice playlist all set up with my trailers all on there, but looks like we're just gonna have to do this the manual way. Oh, that's so weird. Why that didn't work? Let's give it a refresh. No, I don't think that's working. All right, we're gonna have to jump into plan B. Let me quickly bring up Plan B. Where's my? I need my technical difficulties.
Time after time, you
Oh,
try
there's
to
that
take
one.
this
All right, this should work. Surely this is going to work now. If I do that,
time after
there we go. So weird. I don't understand why that didn't work straight away. Had this all planned out and everything. All right, gotcha. Let's try that again. Take two. All right, there we go. New trailer. Coming very soon.
Without virtue. True diabolical creatures fit only for killing. There is no place amidst honest men for them. Fear and ignorance are good business.
Witches are experts in price.
You have to keep a brand.
There's some super funny comments about this trailer, which we'll talk about afterwards.
See, I'm a monster hunter. Every deal has a price.
Here we go.
Friend of yours?
Friend of a friend.
This gives me serious Castlevania vibes, which I'm all about. This is Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf. This is the prequel to the Witcher series, where it shows the story of Vesemir, Geralt's master who trained Geralt of Rivia. I wasn't a fan of the Witcher games. I mean, they were fine. The Witcher series with Henry Cavill, really enjoyed. And this new animated series looks absolutely gorgeous. Where is it? Let me see if I can find the shot that everybody's clamoring about. So in the Witcher game, Vesemir is really old and haggard. And in the comments, everybody's saying, why does Vesemir look so hot? Which, I mean, he does look rather dashing, I will admit. And as I mentioned during the trailer, this whole show looks just like Castlevania. And Castlevania was absolutely amazing. I want more Castlevania animated. And as far as Castlevania Season 5, is it? Basically, they have confirmed that there is going to be a new Castlevania which follows Cypher and Trevor's son, Richter, which is coming soon. But in the meantime, we've got this Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, which looks very cool. I can't wait for this. We did have another massive blockbuster trailer. Let me see if this works now. Oh my word, why are my playlists not working? Okay, we'll quickly jump in and change that the manual way. Here we go. Technical difficulties. Here we go. We'll jump in. No, we won't. We won't jump into our next trailer. Yes, we will. Let me refresh this.
Witches are rogues without virtue.
There we go. Pretty obvious which trailer this is for. We won't watch the whole trailer. This is the star-studded movie, which is Dune, based on the book. I can't remember the name of the author. Super old book, but this is another trailer that gives me absolute chills just watching it. So who have we got? Not Pedro Pascal. Poe Dameron. I've forgotten the actor's name. Dave Bautista, Zendaya, Josh I've totally forgot his name. Thanos is in it. Massive, massive cast. Oh, Jason Momoa, Aquaman. This movie seems to have everybody. Each time we watch the trailer, we go, "Oh yeah, that's totally this actor here." As far as the story goes, it's a typical, I guess, Star Wars-y sort of story. There's an overarching empire that's looking to protect the galaxy by taking over the wilder planets and absorbing them under their control and steal their resources, basically. So on this planet of Drakus, there's a thing called Spice, which, fun fact, it's just giant worm poo. And it's like savages and things like that. And the Spice basically can give you telekinetic powers. And it also makes your eyes blue if you absorb too much of it. But coming this year, I believe they announced this movie last year. And obviously COVID and everything happened. I'm really looking forward to it. The one thing that I really like is I like my gargantuan monsters. And I believe this is about to appear in the trailer. We probably will just watch how long more have we got? Yeah, we'll watch the rest of the trailer. But another Star Wars epic that Dana and I will definitely be watching. Will be interesting to see if this movie comes to one of the streaming services, though.
If I'm not the future of House Atreides.
There we go.
A great man doesn't seek to leave.
So on Arrakis, the planet is infested. Infested? I mean, they live there. They're not really an infestation of giant, massive worms.
Needed you to be. My son. If anything happens.
All the music reminds me of Attack on Titan. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Attack on Titan trailers. But with the chorus in the background and the epic battles and things that happen.
Only together can we stand a chance.
Oh, that's the one thing I needed to look for in the trailer. Something to do with lightning. I won't spoil it. But yeah, Dune coming out in October. Again, let's have a look real quick of the star-studded cast. Oscar Isaac, that's the guy's name. I can't believe I forgot his name. Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista, Zendaya. Those are all the actors I know. But, whoa. What a movie this will be. Let's just jump back into my news where we can jump into the next piece. Again, it seems like we're just talking about Netflix at the moment. Netflix is kicking ass. Netflix apparently announced a new Pokemon live action that's coming to Netflix very soon. Apparently it's in early production at the moment, in the early stages, and the show is going to be focused around the Detective Pikachu movie, which was like fine as a movie. If anybody's seen it, it's not terrible. It's not fantastic. I mean, it's a kids movie, right? I'm like 30 years old watching a kids movie. It was fine. I mean, I've played Pokemon from the very start. I've played Red, Blue, Gold, Crystal, Ruby, and then so after Ruby, I believe we're on to the DS then. So in which case it's Black and White 2, and I think that's where I stopped. I got to the end of Black and White 2 because I remember I picked up the 3DS remake of Ruby and Sapphire, played it, and I was just like, I'm sick of Pokemon now. Skipped Sun and Moon. I jumped back into Sword and Shield. It was fine. Bit hand-holdy for me, but again, kids game. what are we going to do? I've just realised as well, there seems to be a lot of reoccurring news pieces in the show this week. But who knows? Live action Pokemon. We'll see. As I said, movie was okay, so I'm sure the show will be. It'll be interesting if they get Ryan Reynolds back to do the voice of Pikachu. I mean, if I assume. Actually, no. Yeah, good question. Are the Pokemon going to talk again? There was obviously the super weird plot reason as to why Pikachu could talk in Detective Pikachu. Who knows? The one thing that comes to mind is the Prodzy Detective Pikachu Detective Pikachu meme, where it's like, who's that Pokemon? It's the murderer. But I'm sure we'll get some of those, no doubt. That's all we've got for movies and TVs. As I said, a lot of awesome stuff on the way. Let's jump into some video gaming news now. I'll probably only touch base on this topic just a little bit because I'm not the right person to talk about, but we do need to bring it up in the show. Obviously, there was a horrible lawsuit that's come up with the Blizzard Activision team of sexual harassment against women in the business and just some really, really disgusting behavior. And it's just really super sad to hear like these stories come up again. So again, all I would say is if you see someone being an asshole in the workplace or acting inappropriately, I mean, even regardless of whether they're female or male, just like speak up and put a stop to it. I know that in my workplace, I feel like I would do that if I see that. I'm pretty buddy with my work colleagues. I have a really small team. It's literally me and two other people in my immediate team. But if I saw that going on in other teams, I'd like to think that I would put a stop to that and say something, and I'd like to believe that everybody else would do the same. But obviously in some workplaces that doesn't seem to be the case, and it's really unfortunate that this is happening. But it's good that these brave women are stepping forward and bringing or shining more light on this situation. And yeah, as for what we're doing on Attack on Geek, we won't be covering any of the Activision or Blizzard games for the foreseeable future. Yeah, something needs to change, clearly. But that's all I've got to say. As I said, I'm probably not the best person to talk to this topic, but we will probably touch base on it in the future again. So we're going to start, unfortunately, starting this segment off with a bit of dark news, but jumping back into the actual video gamey stuff, we had Pokemon Unite launch just the other week, which I cannot remember this game being announced. I watched all of the Nintendo Directs and I cannot remember this game being announced. So Pokemon Unite is the Nintendo MOBA. It's the Nintendo Pokemon MOBA. Massive online. No, is it multiplayer? Multiplayer online battle arena, or is it massive online battle arena? Basically, League of Legends or Dota, but with Pokemon. And you, as you can see, what Pikachu is doing in the picture here, you're slam dunking Pokeballs. You're literally dunking on people. Let me see. I've got some gameplay saved. Let me quickly bring this up on the screen, assuming my trailers still work. Let's see if we can get this going. I've realized what we need to do to change this now. So we will fix this issue. We will fix this issue for next time. Oh, and it's not loading up my... Oh, it might do this time. Yeah, it's very bizarre that this is happening. All right, here we go. So we'll show a quick trailer here that's got some gameplay. So again, very typical MOBA arena. It's got a wide range of different types of Pokemon, and you basically you go around killing the creep minions. In this case, they're is it APOM? Yeah, you knock out APOMs. Your trainer catches them, and then you hold. It's like almost like dog tags, the dog tag mode on Call of Duty, and you take the dog tags and you go run and dunk them in the enemy's basketball hoop, which is, yeah, wild. I haven't played this yet. I do need to jump in and play. If you do play before the end of August, there is a free legendary Pokemon that you can get. Yeah, so it's all about dunking on your on your opponents. I have heard though that the game, unfortunately, does have pay-to-win side to it, where you can buy with real money items to give you increased stats, which is very bizarre. We'll probably try it out on stream. It's free. It is free to play, but as I said, there is a it's freemium, but with an unfortunate pay-to-win aspect. Here we go, Pikachu coming in with the dunk. So bizarre, but I don't know. It's a good way to get people into the MOBA genre and then absolutely hate themselves. Here we go, some gameplay. I played League of Legends for the longest time, and it just made me so mad. I'll probably give it a go. We'll see. So, and the fact, because it's Pokemon as well, there's going to be like what, because you can't obviously count the individual evolutions as Pokemon. So there's going to be what, at least 500 characters that they can just add to the game. But we'll see. We'll see. Apparently, as well, to unlock a decent chunk of the Pokemon. So the way that MOBAs usually do their freemium model is you have the characters that you want to play, like you get like 1 or 2, maybe 3 unlocks, and then you will get the you can pay money to unlock other Pokemon a lot faster. But we'll try it out. We'll try it out and see how it goes. Next up, in some PlayStation news, we unfortunately got the very sad announcement that Horizon Forbidden West has been delayed to 2022. Big sads for everybody there, because that literally means that the PS5 is really lacking some titles this year. We've had obviously Ratchet and Clank, which looks, in comparison to other games, it very much looks like the game has underperformed compared to other PlayStation games. I believe they've sold only 1 million copies so far, which obviously hitting 1 million copies of a game is an absolutely fantastic achievement. But again, it's a next-gen title, which, I mean, it was fine. It looks like pretty enough, but outside of that, yeah, I don't know. I've just realized why my trailers aren't working, and we will fix that on the next show. But yeah, we've also got I guess the other big one as well is God of War has also been delayed till 2022. So we've got God of War delayed, Horizon Zero Dawn delayed. I mean, Forbidden West delayed. We do have Deathloop that's coming out. I'm not sure how I feel about Deathloop right now. It looks a little bit weird. It looks like Dishonored. Well, I mean, it's obviously made by the team that did Dishonored, so of course it's going to look a lot like it. But as far as gameplay goes, but aside from that, PlayStation don't really have anything, which is unfortunate. But I guess we'll see. They might come out with a surprise title for Christmas, which will probably, if they are going to do that, we're going to hear something about it usually in September. That's usually when they'll announce a game in September for it to come out end of the year, if they're going to do a last minute announcement. but we'll see. Onto the other console, of course. The Xbox One's got the Halo multiplayer event happening this weekend. This is the Halo Infinite multiplayer event, which is only running from the 29th of July to the 1st of August. So if you're watching this show live, you literally have a day and a bit left to play the multiplayer. The multiplayer, as far as getting into it, has been a bit of a kerfuffle from what I've seen so far. But Diana's jumped on and played. There'll be footage up on our YouTube channel if you do want to check it out. It looks cool. It looks cool. The big thing that they're showing off this time around with the Halo Infinite multiplayer is the customizations, about how you can completely customize your Spartan from the head down. And they're bringing back all your fan favorite maps and weapons. And yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to bother with this one. I'll just wait until the game comes out. Coming out on Game Pass. You know that we love Game Pass on this channel, so we will play it then. Another interesting bit of news, not really gamey, kind of gamey, but the 2020 Olympics are finally happening in 2021. And the big thing that everybody noticed during the opening ceremony was all of the video game music that have been playing throughout the opening ceremony. I recognized a couple of them, but I had to look them up. We've got a list here. We've got Chrono Trigger, Frog's theme. That was playing. We had Monster Hunter, Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest. We even had Sonic the Hedgehog. Which one do we have? Starlight Zone playing. Final Fantasy main theme. Phantasy Star Universe, Kingdom Hearts, Gradius, Nier, Soul Calibur. I mean, that was really cool. The opening ceremony was a lot of fun, even though, obviously due to COVID, not a lot of people could turn up. But it was really cool to watch, and it was nice to see Japan embracing their obvious weeb and anime side that they have to put this on the main stage. And everybody was talking about it, which was fantastic. Anytime like gaming comes to the headlines for good news is always great to see. Next up, we spoke about this on our last show, but it finally got confirmed. We are getting a Dead Space remake. I can't wait for this. I was too scared to play the original, but it is coming. It is not a reboot. It is a remake of the first game. Whoops. This is going to look gorgeous. So this game, Dead Space, reinvigorated the horror genre back in... Was it 2011 was the golden year for games? And I think that's when Dead Space 2 came out. So I think it must have been 2009 when the original Dead Space came out on PlayStation 3. I can't wait. I'll jump in and play it. Obviously, it'll be on next-gen consoles, so PS5 and Series X, and it will look absolutely fantastic. Isaac Clarke there in the fantastic suit. It's going to look good. Just, I think it was the atmosphere in Dead Space that just made the game what it is. The previous horror genre for games was you could always fight off the bad guys, you could always survive, and then we reached this sort of renaissance for horror genres around the time of Dead Space, Slender Man, Amnesia, where the developers realized that it was a much more intense game where you created this enemy that you couldn't beat. Obviously in Slender Man, you had to just run. Amnesia, you had no weapons, you just had to run. Dead Space, you do have weapons, but it's like low ammo, low health, very claustrophobic. It's very similar to Alien Isolation, which it did come afterwards. But Alien Isolation is another game that's got the horror point of Alien Isolation, like, nailed it down. So Dead Space, can't wait to replay that. And finally, the game that everybody is talking about and the game that we're playing, Flight Simulator has finally come to next-gen consoles, Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S. After coming out on the PC about 6 months ago, we streamed it here on Attack on Geek on our PC. My PC is not top of the line. It struggles to do high-end gaming and streaming at the same time. So we did stream, we did play, but it wasn't up to scratch on the PC. And now that it's on a Series X, I can literally play Flight Simulator at its peak, in the best graphics on the best console. Play it with my controller, and it looks absolutely amazing. And the most important thing that they added to the Xbox version of Flight Simulator, if you go into the Boeing 747, go into the Dreamliner, and look to your bottom right on the center control panel towards the back. Previously, you could not interact with the fasten your seatbelt sign, but they have patched it in. You can now turn the knob that says fasten your seatbelts, and it makes that ding noise. So obviously, because they patched that in, 10 out of 10, best game of the year. Outside of that, there's a bunch of free content. They've added in some location packages for Japan, London, Scotland, Denmark. I believe it's New York is the other one. And the game looks gorgeous. The planes, obviously by far, look absolutely amazing. And just the detail is mind-blowing. So this game appeals to those people who do just want to just fly some planes and just muck around and have some fun. You can totally do that. But if you want to experience what it's like from flying a plane, from when you're parked in front of the terminal to being taxied out, to getting onto the runway, to reaching out to air traffic control, requesting clearance, doing your pre-engine checks, just following all the steps, pressing all the buttons, you can totally do that. It's just crazy, the depth in the game. Like you never feel more overwhelmed than when you're sitting in the pilot seat of a 747 and you've just got rows and rows and rows of buttons that are coming up all over the screen, and each one of those, like 99% of the buttons you can interact with and they actually do something. Like even as hell, there's we managed to find the windscreen wiper button on one of it was the slightly smaller 747s, and you can change the speed of the wind wiper. It's wild. Or even like you can on your planes you can set your own call sign. So we set ours to AOG 169, and when we're talking to air traffic control, the AI, when it talks back to us, references our plane and goes, AOG 169, you're clear for takeoff, and things like that, which is really, really good. And again, it's on Game Pass. We talk about Game Pass. We love Game Pass. We're not paid shills. It's just a really good service that I think anybody who's just getting into games and want to try games out, like it's literally a no-brainer. Highly recommend you check it out. But that about does it for the Attack on Geek show this weekend. Covered a lot of stuff, and the reoccurring themes is Netflix is kicking ass, and Pokemon is somehow still relevant after 25 years. 1996 when it first launched in Japan, 97 in the rest of the world. But yeah, Netflix doing super amazing. Be interesting to see what the other streaming services come out with. Unfortunately, as we discussed, super bad news coming out of Blizzard and Activision. Please make sure you're standing up for people in the workplace and saying no to any crappy behavior that you see. That about does it. Be sure to let us know what you guys have been playing in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube, and we'll continue the conversation in Twitch chat after this. Don't forget to subscribe, follow the channel, all that good stuff. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be right back with some, I believe it's Ascended gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.